I like Joni Lamb. I like Doug Weiss. I want to make this announcement. And hear me. Don't judge this thing yet. Hear me out. We are no longer on the network of Daystar.
Daystar has just been rocked by a bombshell. Jesse Duplantis, who's been a part of the network for more than 20 years and who was incredibly close to Joni Lamb, has left. This news is sending shockwaves through the Christian community and shaking the very foundation of Daystar. How could Jesse, a man who helped build the network from the ground up, just walk away? Is this connected to the ongoing drama with Joni Lamb and her son Jonathan, or is something deeper going on behind the scenes? Let's take a closer look and see what's really happening, because this could very well be the beginning of the end for Daystar.
And please welcome our dear friend, Jesse Duplantis is in the house. There he is. He's coming around the corner there. Come on in, Jesse.
Hey, everybody. Hello.
How are you doing?
Jesse Duplantis is a name that many of you probably recognize. He's been one of the biggest names in televangelism for decades. For over 20 years, he was not just a prominent figure at Daystar. He was part of the very heart and soul of the network. Known for his dynamic preaching style, his international reach, and his unwavering faith, Jesse helped make Daystar what it is today. He's been a major part of the network's identity. For years, Jesse had a very close bond with Marcus and Joni Lamb and their children. Together, they built something huge. They turned Daystar into one of the largest Christian networks in the world, reaching millions of people across the globe with messages of faith, prosperity, and hope. Jesse's presence was nearly synonymous with Daystar's success. But now, in 2025, something has changed, and that relationship has clearly fractured. So what happened? Why would Jesse Duplantis suddenly step away from all of this? Could it be connected to the growing tensions and controversies surrounding Joni Lamb and her son Jonathan? If you've been paying attention, you'll know that there's been a lot of drama unfolding behind the scenes at Daystar lately. The Lamb family, especially Joni and Jonathan, have been at the center of some pretty serious controversies.
I want to make this announcement. And hear me. Don't judge this thing yet. Hear me out. We are no longer on the network of Daystar. Now, if all this stuff happened the way some people say, if you live in Louisiana, you're going to jail. You just, and if that is true, I don't see how that can be in my mind. Now, I'm going to think for a second. How can any man want a child? What can a child do for an adult? You got a problem here. That's satanic. See what I'm saying? See, but instead of trying to think about that, I cut it off and I pray about it. And I pray this, Lord, work all this out. Heal everything that needs healing. Fix everything that needs fixed. And I know it. But the direct insult or direct access is Satan trying to destroy the body of Christ. Because if he can keep us all fighting each other, he don't have to fight us. Now, why do people make mistakes? Why they sin? They think about it instead of praying about it.
Jesse made it clear that he wasn't taking sides, not with Joni, nor with Jonathan Lamb. He emphasized that if the accusations are true, we'll only know once the investigation is complete. But regardless of the outcome, the entire situation is troubling, and his message was clear: we need to pray. It's understandable, given his long-standing relationship with Joni, that Jesse is staying cautious. He's well aware of the internal issues at Daystar, but for now, he's choosing to stay neutral while the facts unfold.
I like Joni Lamb. I like Doug Weiss. I like Suzy. I like Jonathan. I knew them kids. I met them when they were little lambs. I like that granddaughter. I don't know what's happening. I'm shocked. And I don't think you do too. There's a lot of accusation in your window. It's going to eventually come out. And I asked the Lord about it. He said, that's my business. And I'll take care of it. I said, I'm yours to command. So it wasn't going off because of that. I didn't know that happened. Any other stuff was happening until, 2 weeks ago, 3 years ago, whenever it kind of came up, whatever. I took my program because of St. John 15, verse 2. Every branch in me that beareth not fruit, he taketh away. And every branch that beareth fruit, he purges it, that he may bring forth more fruit. I do very well on Daystar. Partners and everything. You don't want to cut something off that's doing well. That verse says, cut it, so it'll bear more fruit. I didn't want to do that at first.
Jesse later clarified that his decision to leave Daystar wasn't due to the ongoing chaos, but rather because God told him to pull his program from the network, similar to how he was instructed to remove his show from TBN in the past. He also mentioned that Daystar had reached out to inquire if there were any financial issues, but he assured them there were none. Ultimately, his decision was solely based on his belief that God had directed him to step away from the network.
This happened about 6 months ago, 6 months ago. I just sitting in my study on, and me and God had some great conversation about Reddit. And I was going to just, just meditating on the word, just kind of thing. And he said, I want you to go off of Daystar. He said, remember when I told you I want you to go off of TBN? Oh, Lord. And I thought, well, Lord, what about my wonderful partners? He said, they will follow you. And I want to tell you something. When I went off of TBN, they didn't take me off. I went off. I grew by 30%. I said, and it's never stopped. Never. And all those years, I don't know how long I've been off TV and but good while. Okay, now watch this. He said, I will do the same thing on Daystar as I did on TBN. Your partners will follow you. They will find you. I said, they're my extended family. Did I want to go up? No. Was it doing good? Yes. Well, do I have financial trouble? No. I want to say it again. We did not pull our program because of that.
Yeah, the decision was made probably back in September at least, or even before we'd been thinking about it. But we didn't want to break contracts. We just decided we're just not going to renew it, and it just the contract finished out. And now we're here in 2025 going into another direction. We're added daily TV on social media, so it's still a lot of
I want to finish your statement.
Outreach.
George, I want you to correct me. When the Lord told us to go off, we had contractual agreements that when we signed with them, that you have to honor. You see what I'm saying? And I think someone at Daystar called you back. Am I right, George? George is behind the camera, so I'm looking like this. And they said, are you having financial trouble or something like that? To that point, George, and they said something like that. I don't know how they said that. And I think you said, no, I ain't got anything to do with money.
And yes, that's right.
And no, it's just that the Lord is speaking to him. And that's St. John 15, verse 2. He purgeth it. Not that they're bad. No, he's just going to bear more fruit.
Jesse has certainly faced his share of criticism over the years for his teachings, but his decision to step away from Daystar, despite all the controversy, might actually turn out to be a good one, especially since he remained neutral until the revelation came to light. But what do you think? Is this the beginning of the end for Daystar? We've already seen some major names pull their shows. First, Laura-Lynn Tyler Thompson, then the Messianic Ministry, and now Jesse Duplantis. The question is, who's next? Is this a sign that the billion-dollar empire that Daystar has built is on the brink of collapse? And perhaps most importantly, will Jonathan and Suzy Lamb ever find the justice they deserve for the struggles they faced with the Little Lamb controversy? Only time will tell, but this situation is far from over. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates.